In the past, if you wanted to add formatting in email, there weren't many options. Maybe you could add bold and italics, different lists and indents. But what about more?
Now with email layouts, we can do so much more. Let's take a look how. In an email, click on the Select a Layout option in the bottom toolbar, and then first start by setting your default styling. So in the bottom left, click Default Styling, upload any logos, choose your main color and your font, add footer details and links as necessary, and then choose a layout to work with. If this is your first time here, choose one of the default layouts. If you've worked with layouts before or someone's shared one with you, you can choose something from My Layouts or create your own from scratch. I'm going to choose the simple text, so there's not as much for me to have to clean up. And then I'll click Edit Layout. I'm going to start by replacing the content, the headings, the text, buttons, links, images, things like that. So I'm going to start off by fixing this title here. I'm going to paste in as matching style my real title, and same thing with my body here. And then we will come to the button. Whenever you have a button, you definitely want to make sure you're fixing the text in the button and the link. So to do that, select the button and click on the pencil icon. And the next tip with buttons is don't use a generic button text like learn more, click here, sign up. Be specific so people really know what they're going to get when they go to the button. I'm going to put in my better title there and my link. Now, once I've updated the text of the button, it is too narrow. So I can click the button and select these dots on the sides to expand out the width of the button. And when I do that, I can see that the page is divided up into, looks like 12 columns. And that can help me center the button in the middle of the page. It looks like I still need a little wider button for my font, my text rather. And once I've adjusted that width, I will center it there. All right, so we've updated those features. Now let's take a look at some of the things we can add. On the right-hand side in the Insert menu, there are options to add in another text box, which will add another place I can type. I'm going to undo that. Button, images, and dividers. Below that is a section called Content Blocks. And a content block is one chunk, one section that gets added in with multiple parts in it. So this one has a title, a body text field, and an image all built into one nice looking block. I'm going to undo that too, though. And at the bottom, you can add spacers for a little more padding, white space, social links, and a placeholder. In addition to that, you can do some more customizing in themes. So in the top right, I'll click on themes and it's selected the default styling and created a theme from that. But I can click on the three dots and choose edit to add even more customization. Now, a quick note, whatever you customize is only going to stay in this layout. You can't share it between other layouts, so keep that in mind. So in the themes, I can click on colors and it will show me more customizations I can make to colors. Specifically, I get three styles that have their own sets of colors and settings. And if I click on style one, I can adjust the coloring for that. So in this case, style one has a light background and my titles are in my primary color, that red, and the body text is in a black. Style two looks like it's the same right now, whereas style three flips it and uses my primary color as the background and then white titles, headings, and body text. I can click more options to see even more things I can customize. And continuing down, there are further customizations with text, components, things like buttons, and the styles apply here as well. And spacing, so I can choose how much padding I want, and I can choose to add my main color in a frame on the outside. Now, finally, when I hold my mouse over a section on the side, I'm going to see a little toolbar to delete the section, duplicate the section, or work with the section colors. Now, this is where those styles come into play. So once I've set up my theme and how I want all those styles to work, I could switch the style on a section between my styles. So if I switch to style three, it's automatically going to apply my background color and my title and body text colors as per that style. Now, in some cases, when you're trying to resize content here in this like smaller editor, it can get a little bit wonky. So it's also good to know that in the top right, there's a button to edit in full screen, which will give you the same features, but with sometimes a little more consistent use. There's also an option to preview, so you can take a look at how this message will look in different device sizes. Click the X to close out of that. Now, finally, when I'm ready to add this into an email, I click on the Insert button and it is added into my email. And you can see the body text is completely created by this custom layout. I can't put anything else in the body. I would have to click on the pencil edit icon to go back in and edit the layout. But here I can add in my recipients, change the from if I need to. I can even use the mail merge function for personalization, add my subject, and it's a great idea to send this to a few people as a test first. And when I'm ready, I can send out my real email. At the time of this video, this feature is available only to some work or school Google accounts. Check the link in the description for more information.